Firouz's contribution to the discussion this morning. Thank you, Firouz. Well done.
Thank you.
It was a lot to deal with. So Melanie, if you have any final words you'd like to leave with us, please do. But otherwise, you're at liberty to go and talk to more people.
No, thank you so much for the opportunity to speak to everybody. It was fantastic. We're looking forward to being able to collaborate and do future information sessions such as this one. So thank you again, everybody, for the time. And I look forward to seeing everybody's name in our talent pool in the next upcoming days, hopefully. And if you have any questions, don't hesitate to reach out to that DFO talent recruitment inbox. It's our team that monitors that inbox. We'll be happy to provide any other information or answer any questions.
Thank you, Melanie.
Thank you, everybody. Have a great day. Bye.
Thanks, Melanie.
Okay, so stick around for part 2 of this morning's event. Before, don't forget to capture what's in chat for all the information, links and so on in there while you can. I'm just going to change slides and get us underway with our World Skills session about our new some of our new services and programs. Give me a second here. Okay. There we go. Okay, so this session takes its name from our tagline, Connecting Immigrants to Employment. So that's what you've just been part of, one example. And this morning we're going to talk about, I'll give you the agenda right now. We're going to talk about our job matching programs, the brand new one, SSEI, Sector Specific Employment Initiative, is managed by Fatima, and she will talk to us about that, and I'll let her, and I believe I'm going to share, she's going to share a screen with us and to do that. And also Fatima will address the Empowering Visible Minority Newcomer Women project to access the labor market. That's the full name of the program, but we just shorthand it around here, Empowering Visible Minority Newcomer Women. So anyway, surprised to see the full title. And thirdly, we're going to have a talk about the job board, which is only 6 months old, and there's been recent improvements, and Marco Rotondo, our manager of employer engagement, will talk about the job board. And then after that, we'll talk very briefly about some of the other programs that will connect you with employers, but I'll talk about them later, but there's the list. And after that, we'll talk about the other services that you can obtain from World Skills. But let me go back to the top of the list and the sector-specific employment initiative and hand it over to Fatima. I'll stop sharing my screen. I think I have to for her to share hers. Yeah. Okay.
Thank you, Andy. So I'll just take a second to share my screen. Okay, can you see my screen? Okay, perfect. Thank you. So hello, everyone. Hello again. The sector-specific employment initiative is a project that's funded by the Immigration, Refugee and Citizenship Canada, IRCC, and it's implemented by World Skills Employment Center in partnership with the Center for Research and Inclusion at Work at the Spread School of Business at Carleton University, and a local staffing agency, Recruiting in Motion. So the research will explore the impact of increased employer awareness of international talent and an increased sector-specific training on newcomer employment outcomes. So World Skills will engage 150 employers and sector experts from 15 high-demand sectors to develop strategies and solutions that address the hiring needs of employers. Also, we will be offering sector-specific trainings that could enhance the employment outcomes of our clients. So the services that the sector-specific employment initiative will offer, it's for selected sectors, 5-day sector-specific trainings, sector-specific targeted recruitment events and coaching sessions, one-on-one employable skills assessments, You will be connected with an assigned employment counselor and an assigned recruitment specialist. You will have action planning with your specialists. We will support you build your portfolio. Also, you will be able to develop some digital skills and to create your video resume. Also, all sectors will receive a sector map that highlight career paths within the sector and subsector, licenses and certification required for specific opportunities within those sectors, terminology, top employers, occupations, skills and experience, qualifications of the jobs that are in high demand. Also, it will highlight bridging programs and certifications for those sectors and occupations and trends within those sectors. As I mentioned, we have 15 sectors. Cluster A would have business services sector, finance, banking and insurance, not-for-profit, retail and transportation. And Cluster A participants would receive employer engagement interventions and training interventions, the 5 days training. Cluster B would be the IT and computer science sector, warehousing, public admin, construction, and education. And Cluster B sector would receive employer engagement interventions, as well as the one-on-one support related to employer engagement. Cluster C would be the comparison group, and they would receive the sector maps on top of whatever services they are receiving with WorldSkills. And to be eligible for the sector-specific employment initiative program, clients would need to have permanent residence status or convention refugee status. They have to have Canadian language benchmark language level of 5+ or IELTS 4 and above. They have to be underemployed or unemployed and willing to participate in the research project. There's only some restrictions that could apply for participants from the Empowering Newcomer Women program that I will talk about shortly. Okay, so I think that's the overview of the sector-specific employment initiative. And moving to the ENW program, or Empowering Visible Minority Newcomer Women program. It is a pilot program also funded by IRCC, Immigration, Refugee and Citizenship Canada, and managed and studied by a research organization, Social Research and Demonstration Corporation, and it is delivered in partnership with Immigrant Women Services, Ottawa. So the program has 4 modules of employment services: milestone to employment, navigating the Canadian labor market, partnering in the workforce innovation at WorldSkills, and building Canadian work experience. The program offers job search support to visible minority women and focus on portfolio and career development, essential skills enhancement, and it focuses on matching highly skilled newcomers with employers from the local market. And the benefits you would get from joining the Empowering Newcomer Women program, you would have access to employability skills assessments, gain insights into the labor market, and better understand the demands of the labor market, build realistic career action plans between assessed skill levels and the required skills of the market, master responses to interview questions, meet and connect with local employers, and transition on the job with one-on-one support. I think that's it. So you will also get access to an assigned employment counselor and a recruitment specialist with the ENW program. So to be eligible for the ENW program, you'd need to have CLB level 5 and above, must identify as a visible minority, newcomer woman, and permanent resident of Canada or a protected person, or you have conventional refugee status, also unemployed or underemployed. So to connect with staff from the ENW program, you would need to email Nadia at ottawaworldskills.org. And for the SSEI, you would need to contact Zeath, Z-E-A-T-H, at ottawaworldskills.org. It seems that we forgot to add the contact person. That's it for me, Andy. Thank you so much. Over to you.
Great. Thank you very much, Fatima, for taking us quickly through so much information. I mean, the short story has to be get hold of the contact people, and there will be a slide at the end of this presentation about that. So I'm going to ask my colleague Marco to tell us about the new and improved job board. It's both new and improved recently. So Marco.
Thanks a lot, Andy, and good morning, everyone. And like Andy mentioned, it's a fairly new job board that we launched back in August of 2021. So there might be already people here that are registered on the job board. So you will notice the changes. They actually took effect yesterday. So you'll see there's a new login page, and we made the process a lot easier with all the feedback we got from our job seekers. So there's no longer an access code that you need to register. You just have to go to the page, and I can show you exactly what it looks like. I'm just going to share my screen here. So all you have to do is you go onto our website, and you'll see there's a tab at the top that'll say job board, which will bring you to this page right here. And all you have to do is you click on sign up if you're not registered. And it's going to bring you to this page right here. Just let me know if you can still see it, Andy. Are you able to see my login page? Perfect.
Yes, I can. Yeah.
So if you're already registered, all you have to do is you put your username here and your password and then sign in. But if you're a new WorldScales client, or if you haven't registered to the job board, all you have to do is you click on register here and make sure you choose the candidate option and just create a username, put in your email and create a password. And as soon as you click on register, WorldScales is actually going to get a notification on the back end, and all we have to do is approve you once, and then you're free to get access to your profile. So I'm just going to show you what that looks like once you sign in. Let me just go back here. Hopefully my computer doesn't go too slow here. So let's sign up here. And while we're doing this, the big advantage from our job board compared to other job boards like Indeed or Monster is that all the companies that have registered on our job board have dedicated themselves to like a diversity inclusion initiatives, and they see the value that internationally trained professionals bring to the table. And also another big advantage is that once you apply, we do have our internal recruiters that screen all the applications. And if ever we see that your resume hasn't been targeted the right way to the position you're applying, we will reach out to you and help you rework your application before we present it to the employer. So, because we want to put all the chances on your side to get in front of the employer, and hopefully it results in more offers for you. Sign in here. Let me know if you can still see my screen. Do you see my dashboard, Andy?
Yes.
Okay, perfect. So this is what your job seeker dashboard will look like. So you can create your profile, upload multiple resumes for faster applications. So let's say you have a background in customer service and in sales, you can create a customer service resume, and you can create a sales resume. And once you apply to positions, it's actually going to ask you which resume you want to use to apply to the positions. And just to show you what the job board looks like in the jobs, I'm just going to show you this right here. So if you just want to see all the opportunities, or if you want a specific sector, you can go down here. But if you just want to see all the jobs, simply click on search. And you're going to see all the job postings down here. And depending on the company, some of them will give you all the information, like let's say take an example, digital marketing and fundraising. So you'll get the information on the right hand side, when it was posted, the salary, how many applications they received. And if you're interested in that opportunity, all you have to do is you click on apply for job, and you'll see it's a very user friendly application. It's going to ask you for your name, your email address, and if you want to attach if you want to put in your cover letter and attach a resume, and then you just click on send, and then it's submitted through our platform. And another great function of our job board is you can actually favorite companies. So let's say, for example, you really like Care Canada, you can click on their profile right here. and you'll see there's a little heart right here. If you click on heart, it's going to save that in your job seeker dashboard, so that when you go into your favorites, all you have to do is you click on Care Canada, so you'll never miss any opportunities that they post on the job board. And to help you stay organized as well, so let's say you're on the road and you don't want to forget to apply to a certain position, you can actually favorite the position by bookmarking it right here. And it'll go, if you go into your dashboard right here, I'll show you exactly where it's going to appear. So it won't be too long. So it's going to go into my bookmarks right here. So once you click on my bookmarks, if you favorite it, you should see everything that appears. Wait 1 second. It's running a bit slowly, but. So for an example, like I bookmarked this company just as a test, and you can write some notes. You can say, Marco, please don't forget to apply for this position. And but the thing is, if the position has expired, it's going to automatically erase from your bookmarks. So it's mostly a tool to keep you organized, so that if you're getting a call from a recruiter, you can always go back to this and say, oh yeah, I remember it's this company and this company, this position that I applied to. So it's just to keep you organized. So definitely register as soon as you can and create a profile. And the thing is, the more optimized your profile is, the more searchable you are by our recruiters. And our recruiters are actually be proactive in presenting you opportunities that you might not think of. And it works by keywords. So like if you add like the keywords of skill set words, we can actually search by those words when we're trying to help an employer fill a position. For example, let's say you have like MS project skill set and you put that in your profile. When we write keyword MS project, your profile is going to appear in their search, and they can proactively reach out to you and provide support in your job search. So that's just a general overview, but definitely take the time to explore. And if you have any additional questions, you can always ask any WorldScale staff, but it's definitely a great opportunity to apply to employers that have that diversity inclusion initiatives. And we tried to make it, just before I pass it on back to Andy, we tried to make our job board as inclusive as possible. So if ever English is not your first language, you can always change the language of the job board in the following languages here. And it's actually, it's using a Google AI tool that automatically translates. Let's say you put in French, you'll see it automatically changes. Or if you put it, let's say in Arabic, it's automatically going to change it. But keep in mind, all the positions are asking for English, or it could be bilingual professionals, just to help you navigate in your own language if needed. So that's pretty much it on my end. I'm just going to stop sharing here and pass it on back to Andy.
Okay, thank you very much, Marco. That's terrific. I'm going to share my screen again. We have about 75 people in the room. I don't know, maybe we could take a quick question. I know I see if there's a quick question, I think it's fair enough to just put it in the chat, and Peruse will capture it while I'm going get my screen back. Okay, so please put questions in the chat for Peruse and Marco. Okay, so no questions, Peruse? Because people can always get in touch with us anytime by email. So
exactly.
Anyway.
Just
Okay.
one question related to Fatima, I think. One of our clients asked about what is the definition of visible minority women?
I'll get it, Peruse. I'll get it and I'll post it in the chat because it's something that I cannot make a mistake with. So I will get it from the presentation.
Yeah,
and
thank you.
Perfect.
Thank you, Fatima. Actually, just entre nous, I did write privately to her, explaining that I would send an email effectively offline, because it is a very specific answer. So
True, exactly.
Fatima, if you can find the answer and put it in chat for everybody, that would be great, because that question has come up in different forms through the morning.
I will,
Yeah.
Andy. Yeah, in
Okay.
just a minute.
Terrific. Okay, so back to what World Skills can do for you. We've just heard about the job board, which really everyone, you should get with the job board. It's the best way to get connected to the opportunities that we work so hard to find for you. So please, please do take advantage of it. The Roadmap to Employment program is for people with lower levels of language. For example, below Canada, the Canadian language benchmark number 5. So if you're 3 or 4, that's the program for you. They will find work that's suitable, and they have a very large number of employers who are willing to help. SOPA is for clients who are not yet in Canada. These are, so I don't think we can talk a lot about it, but the point is that we do help people who are already overseas to get here and get a job when they land. Very often they'll have the job offer in their hand before they get on the airplane, thanks to this program. The Federal Internship for Newcomers program is 10 years old, and it lets clients, gives access to clients for 6-month term jobs or casual jobs with the government. Large numbers, increasingly large numbers, are hired every year, and World Skills is the source, the sole source for clients, for candidates for this program. And there's an annual campaign. Now, for any of these things, please just go to our website, and you'll see a list of all of these things, and you'll find out more. But that's the gist. It's for people who want some experience with the federal government. The HP, Career Transitions for Internationally Trained Health Professionals, very specific to people with that kind of background. And if you do have a medical, dental, health background, that's the program for you. And now for those people who don't want to work for somebody else, but want to start their own business, we have a program called the Ottawa Newcomer Entrepreneurs Hub. And again, you can find out all about it and starting your own business on our website. So the next set of programs at World Skills are called Job Search and Readiness. And so there's workshops on how to find work, and a similar program called Career Access for Newcomers, to which Canadian citizens are eligible, whereas they are not eligible for other programs. Workplace language training. So for many occupational groups, there's specific language that you need to know to operate in that workplace. And these programs, this program exists to give you that, if you will, jargon or industry-specific language. Foreign credential recognition is a funding program. So if you would like some financial help to pursue your education, finish a degree, pursue a designation, they can help you in that regard. And finally, there are resume clinics if you need a hand with your resume, and interview roulette, which is a way of practicing your interview skills. Again, more about that on our website. So I call this slide Connecting Immigrants to World Skills. So this is how to get in touch with us. Take a screenshot, write it down. I'll leave it up for a while. If nothing else, you can just write WS at Ottawa-World Skills, and our reception person will get you to the right person to talk to. And if you want to book an appointment for an intake interview and see what programs would be best for you, you would click on this site. And Fatima, you have a comment or a question?
A comment after you're done, Andy. It's just related to
I'm effectively done, Fatima. This is basically it, yeah.
Yeah, it's actually going back to the visible minority definition. So the Employment Equity Act defines visible minority as a person other than Aboriginal peoples who are non-Caucasian in race or non-white in color, and the person or the I'm not sure if I can say the woman or the person should identify themselves as a visible minority woman. Actually, I hope this answers the question of the person who asked about the definition. It's a very complicated thing. Actually, it took us months to figure it out. That's why I didn't want to say a word about it.
Yeah, again, like so many other things, apply, see what happens. You know, you have nothing to lose at all and a lot to gain. So don't be shy, please apply. And that goes for not only everything here at World Skills, but many of the jobs you see. You know, if you think you've got most of what the job wants, give it a shot, you know. And you can always contact your employment counselor if you're uncertain about whether you should be applying, and if you might want to help, we might want some help applying. That's what we're here for. So please, please don't be shy. Apply.
That's nice. Actually, I don't know if we could like speak briefly about the question that one of the participants asked, and you know, he mentioned only permanent residents have access to those programs like the ANW or the SSEI and maybe GSW. Do you want to share something? And actually, I responded that the IRCC mandate who would benefit from a certain program. Do you want to add something to that, Andy?
No, is there something you wanted to put up?
Actually, I hear like some of the clients' frustration about that. It's not something that World Skills mandate. It's the funders. They're the funders of the program who, yes, who specify the eligibility criteria.
So I see we have
Behruz was the one who said that.
Okay.
So yeah, so it's beyond our control, Behruz. So we wish to serve everyone, but those programs, we got funding for those programs, and we received the eligibility criteria from the funders.
Okay. So, yeah, I think we're if you don't mind, Peruse, I think we're at a point where we could entertain oral questions. There's, I think, close to 70 people still with us. But are we up for this? Can we? I'd like to give it a chance and see. Can you see if people raise their hands, Peruse?
Nobody is raising their hand, but we have one question related to HP program. One of our friends said that I'm already a World Skills client, and I mean the person wants to know how to register for HP program.
Well, the short answer is go to the information on your screen right now. Just write to WS at Ottawa-World-Skills and ask your question. Your email will be forwarded to the right people. So
I can maybe jump in.
Here. Oh, go ahead.
Oh, sorry. So if I understand, you want to get more information on the IHP program, right? So what I'll do is I'll put the link into the chat so that you can go and register. And it's going to be our colleague, most likely Anna, that will reach out to you to give you more information on the program. And they do amazing work with those type of professionals. They organize networking events. They provide coaching. So I'll put into the chat shortly to help you out.
Great.
And
thanks very much, Marco.
If you are a World Skills client, you could reach out to your employment counselor. Also, they could guide you or could refer you to the program as well. So there are different routes how you could get connected with the program. So Andy, if you want to open the floor for people to maybe some networking session, we could stop chatting, stop sharing, please.
Yeah, no, if you haven't already written all this information down, please do a screen capture, and I'm gonna take it down, and we'll just get into a conversation. Okay. Okay. So.
Wonderful.
Okay. So we've got, it's simply somebody thanking us. So if there aren't any questions from anyone, we will close the session and get back to what we were doing before, looking for jobs, either on your part or on our part for you. Okay. It appears we have no questions, simply some thanks. And so I will then thank my colleagues, Fatima, Marco, Piruz, for your help this morning and adding all of their valuable information to the knowledge that was to be had this morning. So thank you, my dear colleagues, very, very much. And thank you, our clients, for being part of these two sessions. And if you have questions, do not hesitate to contact us. We exist for you, to help you. That's our whole raison d'etre. So I'll leave it at that. And just wish you all a good day and put an end to the session. I think Piruz, we'll stop recording this.